All right, hello everyone and welcome back. So we're going to focus on some strength training today. All right, so let's begin first with our warm-up. So feet are hip width apart and we're gonna focus on the squat down. So bringing those hips back and those arms forward, we're gonna aim for 10 repetitions. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one here, and we'll make that number 10. All right, good job. Okay, so focusing on planting the right foot, and then on the left side, we're gonna do the swings. So let's bring that forward and back, forward and back. Now let's get the arms in there. So nice big lift up. Inhale, exhale. Excellent. Couple more on this side. And then we'll change over to the other side. So planting the left foot and then nice big swing forward and back on the right side. Nice big lift. So each time try to bring that foot a little bit higher. A little bit higher. All right. And then let's rest. Okay. So stepping the feet together, we're going to step off to the right side. So sink into the knee. So keeping it nice and low, then you're going to shift over to your left side. So instead of standing straight back up and then bringing the feet together, we're just shifting side to side, working a little bit more dynamically through the muscles, through the joints, through the ligaments, the tendons. Just inhaling and exhaling. All right. So let's bring that back to center, fold it forward, walk the feet in just a little bit, bend through the knees. Let's round it up, come all the way up. All right. Okay, so we're going to pivot over to the left. Let's sink into the right knee and the hip. Now I want you to think about just bringing that right hip forward, squeezing the glute a little, and that the heel is just rested underneath the front knee, okay? So we're gonna take a nice big lift up with the arms. Now, as you lift, just think about activating the right glute. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll make that number 10. All right, and then let's step it forward, and then we're gonna switch the feet. So you bring your right foot back, and then scooch the left leg back. Right foot comes forward, and then we get that left glute. We're gonna think about just activating that left glute, just like we did on the right, but we're just gonna change up the movement. So bring the arms out to the sides. Let's take a nice little reach side to side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whoop, and 10. All right, good job. All right, so let's bring that right back to center. So we're gonna do some inchworms. So what I mean by that is we're gonna bend down. So you're thinking about bending through the knees, and then we're gonna inchworm it out. Bring it to a high plank, and then walk it back, walk it back. So bending into the knees, roll it back up. We're just gonna go for 4, okay? So 4, so walk it down. So we got 1, and then walk it back. So make this number 2, bring it down, walk it back, roll it up. 3, last one. And let's make this number 4, walking it down. And then what we're going to do when we walk this out, now we're going to walk it out to plank. I want you to lower to the knees, bring the right leg forward. Now shift your weight forward into that right knee here, and then let's take a nice rotation up, open to the right side. Now let's bring that leg back underneath, and then we're gonna bring the left knee forward. Slide your weight forward towards the big toe on the left side, and then open to the left side with your arm. And then back down again. Now we're just gonna repeat that on each side. So tuck it under, bring the right foot forward, slide into the knee, open. And then let's do the other side. So sliding through that front knee, extending the right one, and then open, big stretch. All right, and then bring it back. Okay, so bring it right into tabletop position. We're gonna round the back like a mad cat, open up your spine. Bring yourself back to table, and then slide back, slide back. We'll take a big reach. Those pressing those palms into the mat. We're gonna round the back, big lift. And then drop the belly down, lift that chin and tail. And then we'll come right back to table. So just a little hips with side to side, hip side to side. And then we'll bring it back. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. So just grab yourself a quick little drink. So the first two exercises we're gonna focus on today are gonna be on the mat. So we're gonna start off with the chest press, and we're gonna do an ab curl up. Okay, so grabbing an appropriate weight. So just depending on who you are, that's gonna be a little bit different for everyone. So laying flat on the back. And we're gonna start off by bringing the feet to the sky. So we're gonna go into a pelvic tilt, focusing on the lower abs, bringing the arms up over top of the chest. And then what you're gonna do here is you're gonna lower down and then back up again. So we're gonna go for 12 reps. All right, so here we go, lower down, big press up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one here, and we'll make that number 12. All right, so we're gonna do some quarter curl ups next. So if you had your feet to the sky, great, because you've activated the lower abs. So we're working dynamically or just working more. I like it when we can do more than one movement in an exercise. But for this one, we're just gonna do the quarter sit-ups. So arms, palms out to the side. We're gonna go for a quarter lift and then a lower back down, okay? So we're gonna go for 12 reps, maintaining a little bit of that pelvic tilt. And then here we go, a nice big lift up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last two here. Breathing out as you lift and rest. Okay, nice job. So let's take that rest, grab a drink. I'll give you about 30 seconds on the clock, and then we're going to repeat that movement. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna do the chest press again, and then the quarter curl up. So we're gonna go for 3 sets on that particular round. Now I'll change up the abs, the activation. So what we're gonna do on the next set of chest presses, we're gonna bring that into a bridge position. So what that bridge looks like is you're gonna bring the hips up, you're gonna think about squeezing the glutes, and I want you to push through the heels and lift the toes. Okay, so when you do that, you're gonna feel that a little bit more into the hamstring muscle. All right, so let's get in position. We're gonna do 12 repetitions. So big lift up, and then here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got one more here, big squeeze, and we'll make that number 12. So lower those hips back down, release those dumbbells, and then we're gonna go for another set of the sit-ups. Okay, so arms out to the sides. Here we go. Breathing out as you lift. So we got 1. So this is a nice, slow and controlled movement. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. So we got 1, last one, and breathing out, we got 2, and then rest. Okay, take your 30 seconds on the clock, and then we're gonna go back, we're gonna do our third set. All right, so we'll do that third set. Okay, so we did feet to the sky on the first one. We did bridges on the second one. So pick any style that you want to do for the next one. I'm going to leave it entirely up to you. So nice big lift up with those arms. And then here we go. So down and up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we got 12. All right, good job. So we're gonna move that right into doing the sit-ups. Okay, so arms out to the sides. Let's go with a little bit of a pelvic tilt here. And then we're gonna breathe out as we lift. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2 here. Breathing out 1 and 2. All right, good job, guys. Okay, so let's take a little rest here. The next 2 exercises, we got 1 standing and 1 on the mat. So we're gonna do some 1-arm rows coming up next. So 1-arm rows. So a little bit of a bigger muscle. We can definitely choose a little bit of a heavier weight. Again, just depending on who you are and what the repetitions feel like. So we're gonna aim for 12 reps on this one. So let me demo first. So you're gonna come into that split stance. So the right foot comes back, the left one comes forward, and we're gonna go into a 1-arm row. Okay, so forward fold. We're gonna aim for 12. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, let's change it over to the other side. Okay, so right foot comes back, or the right foot goes forward, the left one comes back, and working the left side. So nice big lift up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, good job, guys. Okay, so we're gonna hit the mat next. So we're gonna do bird dog. So we're gonna go nice and controlled on the bird dog. So palms are underneath the palms, knees are underneath the hips. And you're gonna do the right arm, left leg, and then we're gonna switch it over and go left arm, right leg, okay? So abs are nice and tight. Let's get ready. And then here we go. So we got 1, take that hold at the top, really lengthen that arm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, last 3, we got 13, 14, last one here, and 15. Let's just take a little child's pose here. Let's stretch it out. One of my favorite stretches, so nice long arms, active child's pose. And then pressing the palms into the mat, let's take a nice roll through cat stretch around the back. And then gently come right back to table. Okay, so take 30 seconds, grab a drink, and then we're gonna bring it right back up. And we're gonna do our rows next. Okay, so remember we have 3 sets, so we're doing 3 sets of everything today. All right, so a few more seconds and then we'll get going. All right. Okay, so if you're starting with that right arm, so the right arm starts, you're gonna step the right foot back. All right, so here we go, nice big lift. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so we're gonna change it over. Okay, so right foot's forward, left foot is back. So here we go, nice big squeeze up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, good job. All right, now let's bring that down to the mat. We're gonna do our bird dogs again. So right down to the mat. So resting those palms underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And then here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, really lengthen the arm and the leg. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's aim for 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, nice work. Good job. Okay, so we're gonna take that rest and then we're gonna go back. We're going to do the rows again and then the bird dog, and then we're gonna change it up. So after our 3rd set, we've got some bicep work to do, and then we're gonna do some hamstrings. So we're gonna do some bridging, which is gonna really focus on core, back, glutes, and hamstrings. All right, so Let's grab our dumbbell. We're gonna go for one more round of that row. So bring that leg back, folding forward, nice big lift up. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last one here. We got 12. Woo, nice job, guys. All right, let's switch it over. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, woo, and 12. All right, good job, guys. All right, so let's hit the mat. So we're gonna go for those bird dogs again. So palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So abs are nice and tight. Here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, last 3, 1, 2, and 3. All right, nice work. Okay, so that was 3 rounds of that. So while you guys are having your break, I'm just going to demonstrate the next 2 exercises. Okay, so for the next 2, actually while I'm down here, what I'll do first is I'll demonstrate the bridge. So in that bridge exercise, you can take a dumbbell, you can rest it just in between the thigh bones, or in between the hip bones, I should say. And then we're gonna push through the heels of the feet, and we're gonna do that bridge up and down. So when we do that bridge, I want you to think about squeezing the glutes as you do that lift, okay? So as soon as the butt leaves the floor, you instantly start squeezing the glutes. Think of an elevator going up, and then each time it's squeeze, 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 and then you've got your max at the top. Okay, so for the first exercise, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be doing bicep curls. Okay, so we're gonna go hammer curls. So knees are going to be bent in this movement, and then we're gonna do hammer curls that look like this, okay? So while I'm up here, we're gonna start with that one. So knees are bent, abs are tight. We're gonna aim for 12 repetitions. All right, so here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, good job. So we're gonna hit the floor. So we're gonna do the bridges on the floor. Okay, so like I said, you can add in a dumbbell, or you don't have to use a dumbbell if you don't like. That's fine too. So just resting it just in between the 2 hip bones, pushing through the heels of the feet. Nice big lift up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's just eat for 3 more because we got this as a piece of cake, right? 1, 2, last one, big squeeze up, and 3. All right, good work. Okay, so we're going to come on up nice and easy. And we're gonna do another round of those. So we've got the hammer curls. Hammer curls and bridges. So go ahead, grab your drink, take a rest, and then we're gonna do another set. Okay, so just remember, knees are bent here, abs are tight. When we do this one, we're gonna take a nice big squeeze up. Okay, so here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, good job. Okay, so we're gonna bring that back to the mat. We're gonna do some of the bridges again. So laying flat. All right, so nice big lift up, pushing through the heels of the feet. So big squeeze. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're aiming for 3 here. Nice big squeeze the glutes. Last one. And rest. All right, nice work, guys. Okay, so let's grab a drink, take a rest. And then we've got 1 more round each of these. 1 more round each. All right. So just letting those muscles recover, and then we're gonna get right back into it again. Okay. Okay, so we've got 1 more set of the hammer curls. We're standing up nice and tall, abs are tight. Okay, so here we go. So nice big squeeze. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, big squeeze up, and 12. All right, nice job, guys. Excellent work. Okay, so let's hit up the mat again. So we're gonna go for our bridges. So last set on the bridge. Last set on the bridge. Okay, so resting the dumbbells just in between the hip bones. Nice big lift up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go for 15, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, good job. All right, so let's just tipping that over to the right or left. We'll just gently push ourselves up. Okay, so take your rest, take your break, let those muscles recover, and then we're gonna move on to something else. So we're gonna focus, I'm gonna add in a 3-rounder. So we've got a tricep to do. That's the proper term, tricep. 3-rounders, not really. So we're gonna do some dips on the mat. And then we're gonna do some hamstring curls using unilateral method. And then we're gonna do some leg raises focusing on the glutes. Okay, so you guys go ahead, have your quick break, and then I'm gonna demo the tricep movement. So this is a little bit harder, a little bit more challenging. I like to roll up my mat. So roll up my mat, and then I just rest. I like to rest the heel of my palm onto my mat. Okay, so when I'm doing this one, we're gonna be in a couple different movements here. So as you extend the arms, so notice my arms are straight, I'm gonna lift the leg, I'm gonna lower, and then I'm gonna change feet and then lower. Now you don't have to do this style. You can just follow along doing the up and down. Now I just want you to take note that as you do this one, I want you to think about aiming the elbow behind you as you bend it. Don't flare it out to the side. Okay, so keep the shoulder blades tucked in. Okay, all right, so here we go. We're gonna start it up. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, good job. So next one we're gonna do the hamstring curl. So we're into tabletop position. So tabletop, flattening the back. You're gonna lift the right leg to the sky. We're gonna extend the leg and then curl it in. Okay, so keep the knee in line with the hip. So what I mean by that is keep that knee up, don't let it sag down. Okay, so abs are nice and tight. Let's get ready. All right, so here we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, change it over to the other side. Big lift up, extend that leg. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so laying flat on the floor, we're gonna do another glute movement. So you're gonna stack your palms one on top of the other, bending at the knees. We're gonna push the heels of the feet up towards the sky. So a little lift. Now, if you have a hard time doing this one, straighten the legs and then do the lift that way. Just don't jam into your back. What I mean by that is don't extend too high up. You're just looking to contract the glute and then lower back down, okay? So we're gonna aim for 12. So here we go, big push up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. All right, nice work. Okay, so let's take a rest, grab a drink, and then we're going to do another round of that. We'll go for another round. All right. So again, I just like to fold up my mat. That's an option, totally. You don't need to do this, but I just like to elevate my wrists a little bit. I find too, sometimes with wrist issues, that even just in yoga, where you're doing a lot of like the downward dogs and maybe like the tabletops and all that, a little trick that we do is we just roll up the mat and then we just get the clients to rest their heel onto the mat, especially if they're having, you know, some wrist issues. Just elevates it, takes the pressure out of the wrist directly. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go back to that tricep movement again. So we've got the arms extended, the leg up, and then you're gonna dip it down. If you're not doing the leg up, you're just doing the movement up and down, okay? All righty, so let's get ready. Here we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, yeah, good job. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the hamstring curl. Okay, so coming on to all fours, we're gonna bring the knee up and then we're gonna extend that leg out. So curl that in, squeeze the hamstrings. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one here. We got 12, and then we're going to change it over. So bring that knee up, extend, and curl. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. All right, good job. Okay, so let's take that rest. We're gonna do one more set and then we're gonna cool it down. So we'll do some stretches after the third round. Okay, so you guys are doing amazing. We definitely killed the program today. We got through a lot of stuff. You guys dodged a bullet. I'm not gonna have time to teach some balance work today, so I'll get you on the next round. All right, so we're gonna go back to those triceps again. So remember, draw the shoulder blades together. And then here we go, we're gonna extend that leg lower down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, maybe just a little wrist rotations on that one. Okay, So we're gonna go back to that tabletop again. So tabletop. So bring that knee up and then here we go. So we're gonna go for 12. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we'll change it over to the other side. Nice big lift. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so let's bring that right back down to the floor again. So resting, stacking the palms. And then we're gonna go for the glute squeezes. So nice big lift up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, good job. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stay right here. We're gonna extend the left arm out in front. And what I'm gonna have you do is rest flat on the floor. Draw the right heel in towards the glute. Take the top, take the heel, draw it in, and take the top of the foot or the ankle. This is a nice stretch for the quadricep. Try to relax the shoulder and breathing. And then we'll change it over to the other side. Then we'll change it over. So let's draw the palms underneath the shoulders. Let's just press away from the mat. We're gonna come into child's pose stretch. And then reach it over to the right side. Take a nice stretch through the left side. Then walk it over to the other side. Take a nice stretch through that side. Remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. And then back to the front. Press the palms into the mat, round the back, come all the way up. And then drop the belly down into cow. And then back to center. Okay, so let's bring come on up to the feet. We're gonna take a little stretch into the hamstrings. So you're gonna cross the right leg over the left. I'm just gonna have you fold forward into that stretch. Stretching out the hamstrings, the lower back. And then we'll just roll it up. Okay, so let's change it over to the other side. Folding forward, stretching it out. And then we'll just round the back to come all the way back up. Okay, so stretching out the upper body, let's interlock the fingers, press the palms away. We're just taking a nice little round into the back, drop the chin to the chest. And then inhale, lift up. And then exhale, lower those arms down. Let's connect them together behind the back. We'll roll the shoulder blades together. So rolling the shoulder blades together. And then we'll do some elbow rotations. And then in the other direction. And we'll do some wrist rotations. We did a lot of wrist work today, those triceps, the tabletop. You can probably feel a little bit in the wrists and then in the other direction. And then just a little up and down with those wrists. All right, guys, thanks so much for working out with me today. Glad to have you back, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.